I do apologize. Am I disturbing you?
No, please. Do come in, Mrs.
My name is Miss Alice de Bouvier. I'm Mr. Holmes' new neighbor.
Oh, I didn't have the pleasure to... I am Dr. John Watson. Could we provide you with any assistance?
Oh, she is not the concern, Watson.
Then, what is this about?
That child standing sniffling behind her. Get rid of him, Watson.
But he is shivering with cold. And he is upset. What happened to him?
Little Tom knocked at the wrong door.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, boy, come in. Warm yourself by the fire. Can I offer you a cup of tea, Mr. Bouvier?
Well,
It is not as though we are disturbing you-know-who, are we?
I suppose not.
Since you are our new neighbor, it is perhaps better that you know what he's like.
You're starting to worry me.
Well, Mr. Holmes is relapsing. This illness that he has seizes him when he finds himself with nothing to do. He becomes completely asocial. And alas, this is a very difficult, medically incurable case. Now this must stay between us.
Of course, I understand. How very sad.
But there is a cure, if only a temporary one. A thrilling inquiry. Most certainly. If he refuses this one, then his condition will worsen.
Oh, I am still here, you know. I didn't fall out of the window. Very well, then.
Thank you, miss.
What's up, Buff?
Now tell me, boy, what brings you here?
It's my father, sir. He's missing. I don't know what to
I'm
do.
doing good. How are you doing, Buff?
And when was the last time you saw him?
3 weeks ago. He left for a new job. But this time, he was acting a bit strange and angry.
What's his name?
George Hurst, sir.
Oh, how come you doing shit, Buff? What's wrong with you?
Strange. In what way?
He said to me, "Son, I'm out on a special job. Don't you dare move from here." I think something went wrong.
Missing, eh? And what do the police say?
The police, they don't believe me. They say he's just... What do you mean, sir?
Nothing. I was digressing. 3 weeks? That's a long time.
Well, every day I thought he would show up. And anyway, I can look after myself. What do you mean, sir?
Nothing. I was digressing. Very well. Your address, please, Tom.
12 Dorset Street. The first floor, door...
So on Snapchat, I just found out that my ex-best friend is posting shit about me behind my back. That's what happens, Buff. I mean, it sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's in Whitechapel, sir. But I ain't got no money to pay.
Who asked for money, Tom? Your case seems to be the very medicine I need. I'll meet you there shortly.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Really close with her? Is that the person he was talking about before with? Yeah, we can, Buff. I know what you're saying. It wasn't let me select that.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Alright.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My analysis table. It's useful for my work.
We need to help Tom find his father, Holmes.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire. A map of London and its surroundings. Could be useful. Watson documents our adventures in here. My archive. I can always consult.
Hello?
These streets are too narrow.
I'm not gonna ask how you are, because I already know how you are, but... Yeah, sorry to hear that. But when you say ex-best friend, do you mean... that person was your best friend? Hmm. Yeah, that's not nice,
We'll
Beth.
have to walk. Whitechapel High Street. North Street. Dorset Street.
Hey, Beth. Have you heard about the Queen? Yeah, no, she hasn't died. She hasn't died, but I think she has. Well, I think she's already died. The way they're going on about it. Why? No. He's next in line.
'Tis our home, Mr. Holmes.
Well, yeah, in the royal family, I guess so, yeah. I think people will get 12 days off of work as well. Because it's 12 days a morning, isn't it? That's what they call it. 12 days a morning after the death. Oh, I don't know. I'll probably still have to work. Because they'll probably need me in. But I do. Well, it is what you'd class as a what do you call it? Like a key worker, but it could even be my choice, though. I'm not sure. What do you think I'd do, Beth? Mm-hmm. 12 times a day.
My mother, sir. She died when I was very young. My father told me what she was like, but that's all I have.
I'm sorry, Tom. My mother left me when I was very young too.
But yeah, I think she's already gone, but I don't think they've announced it. I said that on my
Roof leaks
Discord
all the
earlier on.
time. Father used to fix it.
George Hurst's work was varied. He was evidently a hard-working and valuable hand. Old clothes, soiled and worn. George Hurst's work was varied. He was evidently a hard-working and valuable hand. Old clothes, soiled and worn. George Hurst's work was varied. He was evidently a hard-working and valuable hand.
Please, sir, find my father.
Ah, so that's why you came to see me. Tom probably reads at night.
Well, it isn't confirmed, but I think she is, personally.
A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst was providing his son with the best education.
I mean, all of the family are going down there now. Yeah, and I don't think they get on with. I don't think he gets on with his brother. But the doctors, they said that the doctors are concerned, and who the doctors are for her, like they're not shit doctors. They're top tier doctors. They're the best. And there you go. But that's what they're saying. Even they're concerned. Some of the sites and the headlines have gone black, which normally means that's a bad sign. If headlines, like if you go onto a site, like if you put Sky News on now, the headlines that will be shown where it's saying about the Queen, it's in black. It's like a black background. That's normally a bad sign, yeah. And whenever there's an announcement of a death of a royal family member or whatever, the news presenter normally also wears black as well. But a few of the sites have updated as black, but I don't think it's been said yet that she has, because all the states have to know, and there's a lot of people that has to know before us for us to know before we know.
That he could afford.
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't tell me, but I know that he pawned his coat for them.
A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst was providing his son with the best education that he could afford.
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't tell me, but I know that he pawned his coat for them.
Well, I can see the preparations for peasant soup. A clever concoction for somebody with apparently no culinary skills. Food's running low. It's already 3 weeks since George Hurst's disappearance. It's too dark. I can't see anything. It's too dark. I can't see anything. It's too dark.
I hope you'll find my father soon. My mother, sir.
I'm Food's running low. It's already 3 weeks since George Hurst disappeared. A collection of worn-out and second-hand...
Father bought all those books. The roof leaks all the time.
George Hurst... Old clothes, soiled and worn. A leather satchel, what's in it?
Yeah, 7 of the royal family's members
Just some old things.
are going there.
Old clothes. Old...
Please, sir, find my father.
Just some old things. Just some old...
Senior royals arrive, yeah.
Well, I can see the... Food's running... A collection of worn-out and second-hand...
Father bought all those books.
A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst...
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't tell me, but I know that he pawned his coat for them.
Just some old things. Just some old things.
Well, there's nothing else in there.
Well, I can... Food's running low. A collection of worn out and...
Father,
How did it go?
So that...
That's good.
please, sir, find my father. The roof leaks all the time. Father used to fix it.
Mm-hmm. Tell me there's something else on it. I've already seen that.
The old Tabard pub, North Street. Glue. Probably taken from a wall. Dorset Street. Dorset Street.
Good day, Mr. Holmes.
Well, if it isn't young Wiggins. And I see you found yourself a job.
If you can call it that. I hate it. But if you've got any proper work for me...
I just might be in need of your assistance later. Wait here.
I need to earwig to find out who is offering this special job. There's no one to eavesdrop on from here.
who's offering the special jobs. He never drinks alcohol.
The child labour law sent your kids to school instead of the coal mine.
Equality for the working class.
I'm glad I'm my own boss. I can complain only to myself. Or to Watson.
The man who's offering that special job has a proper set of mutton chop whiskers.
So, the man I'm looking for has whiskers and never drinks alcohol. It's not him.
The longer the picket line, the shorter the strike.
This must be the man that I'm looking for. Interesting. Missing person. I should find out more.
You see that gentleman? I need you to follow him and report back to me.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I didn't hear any of it.
People never
Get away
change.
from me, boy.
Dirt and beggars everywhere.
Get away from me, boy! I couldn't pay the rent last week.
Pumpkin, cabbage, cheap.
They won't let me pass. I'll need to find another way.
Rich folk feed meat to their dogs. I can't even remember what...
Living costs are too much these days. My son has to work down the sewers. He's only...
It's alright.
What are you waiting for?
What about?
Stupid kid!
Ah, boys from the Bruisers gang. Better keep out of their way.
Stop crying and get to work.
Who do we have here? Get him!
Take a brush and get in there.
Ah, boys from the Bruisers gang. Better keep out of their way.
Stupid kid.
I'll be able to continue the chase if I climb up the chimney, but it's dangerous.
What are you waiting for? Go on then.
He's still here, that's a relief. I've lost him. He's still here, that's a relief.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor early in the morning?
No place to hide here. We'd better go through the yard.
Oi! What are you doing in my garden?
Crawling around.
I know that boy. He's Shoeshine Jim from Chambers Street. He's mute because his drunk stepfather beat him. Hey Jim, can you lend me your kit? I'm on a secret mission for Mr. Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
It's dirty. I should use a damp cloth.
Hurry up. Did you fall asleep?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
What, the sperm donor is the doctor? Well, yeah, it is his, but it's not his at the same time. I mean, he doesn't own them, but it is from him.
Damn! I need to find another one.
Alas, the weather's good. Last week was freezing.
I'm praying it doesn't get cold again. I've no money for coal.
I can't lose him now. Ah, I've lost him. I can't lose him now.
You.
Ah, I've lost him.
Unwitting women.
I can't lose him now.
I think that means like they're the victim, so they didn't. I think the females might be able to choose it, but yeah. So the women, what he's done his load on is the women. The women didn't like confirm it. The women didn't want it, so they're like the victims. The women are the victims because they didn't ask for him to do that, or do you get what I mean? Like vulnerable type. If that makes sense.
Ah, I've lost him. I can't lose him now.
Beth, I'll be a 2-minute show. What did you say? Beth. Hello?
Interesting. What's going on in the yard? Locked. Locked. Interesting. What's going on in the yard? 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 A lot of expensive stuff. It's too dangerous to enter. I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside. It's too dangerous to enter. It's too dangerous to enter. Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me. Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me. I can't see. Lock. I can't leave yet. I'm not finished. Bags of food. I like this house. It's too dangerous to enter. I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's in. I can't see what's inside. It's too dangerous to enter. Ah, a coat of arms. It might help Mr. Holmes. I'll make a drawing of it. Time to report to Mr. Holmes. Let's get out. Time to report to Mr. Holmes. Let's get outside before...
Wigan's tale was quite unusual. What do you make of what he found, Holmes?
Wiggins did a good job.
Holmes, we need to help poor Tom. Holmes, we need to help poor Tom.
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire. My analysis table. My analysis table. It's useful for my work.
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes? What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
My analysis table. That's not the one I need. 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 That's not... That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one... That's not the one I need. 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 That's not the... That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one... That's not the one... That's not the one... That's not the... That's not... That's not the one I... That's not the... That's not... That's not... That's not the one... That's not... 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 That's not the one I... That's not the one... That's not... That's not... That's not the one... That's not... That's not... That's not... That's not the one I... That's not the one... That's not the one I... That's not the... That's not the one I need. That's not the one I... That's not the... That's not the... That's not the one... That's not... That's not... That's not... That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one... That's not the one I need. That's not the... That's not... That's not... That's not the one I... That's not... That's not... That's not the one... That's not the one... That's not... That's not the one I need. That's not the... That's not the... That's not the one... That's not the... That's not the one I need. That's not the one... That's not the one... That's not the... That's not... That's not the one I... That's not... That's not... That's not... That's not... That's not the one I need. That's not... That's not... That's not... That's not... That's not the one... That's not the one. That's not the one I... That's not the one... That's not the one... That's not the one I need. That's not... That's not... That's not the one I... That's not... Here it is. So this man could be Lord Marsh. Huh. A lord who hangs around in a public house. Let's pay a visit to Lord Marsh. We'll pretend that we're interested in his charitable activities.
Mr. Holmes, you have a visitor.
Oh, just ask him to wait.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. This young lady refuses to wait for anything.
What?
Father!
Caitlin!
Miss Caitlin's boarding school was flooded. Everyone was sent home.
As if it could smell any mustier.
My word, how is it possible that you have grown up so fast?
You'll be staying. Wherever will we put you?
Holmes, I'll give her my room, of course.
What do you have to say, Kate?
You're on a new case. A respectable lady who's being blackmailed? Or is it a love story between a prince and a suffragist?
However did you guess?
You will tell me, won't you, Father?
We'll see. If you behave.
All right, then. Have fun. I'll go and unpack. Will you help me, Mrs. Hudson?
First of all,
Dancing elephant. Strange, but it somehow makes me think of Mycroft. Dancing elephant. Strange, but it somehow makes me think of Mycroft.
Oh. Oh, what do you have? Very nice. Not yet. What did they say, Buff? Did you smack them both? Go on, Buff. No, that's not good. Doesn't mean anything. If somebody's taller than you, it doesn't mean anything. Come on, Beth. Is all one to me then? What if you do though? Well, one night I got pissed and I actually said my address on live. I did.
Just leave the post on the doorstep.
Well, there are a few people in in my lobby and that, but somebody in there who was a slag heard it. Yeah. No. No. I got Jay to beat her up. No, she's only young, is Katie, so no.
I don't open the door to strangers.
Very strong. No, genuinely being real. Yeah, she does actually. She goes to the gym quite a lot. Which I've told her to come down to mine, but she said she don't want to like disturb me and that, because like sometimes I'll be busy and when she's gonna do it, like she don't want to interfere with what I'm doing. But I've kept like telling her to come down and I'll give her the key.
The little one's only 70.
Whitechapel High Street.
Hold on. Buff. He said my name. What's up? Very good, thanks. Yeah. Yeah. There's different ones. There's ones that go across like your door, and you can actually get one that's like within a frame. So it depends which one, but it depends because you can have the advanced ones where you have it above you, like above your head, where you can do pull-ups, and there's also others where you can like put your arms down to like the sides and do push-ups. So it depends which one. But if you're doing your pull-ups from above your head when you're holding on the bar and you're pulling up, that can work very goodly on your arms, but it can also work on your abs as well, because you can also do different... Yeah, if you do with your legs, if you pull your legs up and then release, and then up and release... I don't know the exact gymnastic fucking word for it, but I do know that if you want to really work out on your abs, that will do really, really well. If you like hang on it, and then like do a couple like reps with your legs up to your chest and then back down, up to your like your belly and that, and then back down. You know what I mean, don't you? So hang on it, and then with your legs, like pull your legs up. Right? Hello? Beth? Hello? Hello? You hear me now, yeah? Yeah, I think it was on my end, that, because it said that my mic was connected to my controller mic. So...
I couldn't play an event last week.
Pumpkin! Cabbage! Cheap!
Commercial Street.
Hello? No. Don't know what I was saying. What was I saying? Eh? Yeah, I don't know if it was you or not because I couldn't hear you, but also I realised my mic wasn't connected to the right thing, so yeah. Is that why I kept pulling it in and out? Because I was speaking and I thought something wrong with you because you kept saying the name. I'm like, hello, but yeah, I heard you say my name and that, and then like pulling the mic in and out. Yeah. But yeah, no, with that, you can really do good do good with your stomach and your arms. So yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, they can.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor?
You'll definitely have abs within 10 years, yeah. Of course you can. Yeah, really. Do you not have abs? Do you not have abs? Do you not have abs when you tense? No, but you have abs, right? Yeah.
Well, first of all,
Yeah, Archie and Lilibut. What? It's unnormal for the family to be with somebody of race. I mean, yeah, but that's on them, isn't it? If he wants to be with someone that's of a different colour, then that's up to him. But a lot of people in the royal family won't be happy about that.
It's wonderful to have kids.
They just won't be. They don't want people raising the family because, you know, in years to come, if they all die out, the family could be of a different colour. Like for England. If that makes sense. So, well, I don't know. That's what they want. They want to have a white family, and that's it. Well, who she was with, I think, was German as well. Philip, I think he was something to do with the Germans. I mean, her bloodline might go all the way down through to Germany, but I doubt it. I mean, you could be also part German, both. A small percent of you can be, yeah, absolutely, of course. If you go really far down the line of where your family first came about, they could have been from a complete different country, but you won't know because that's years and years ago. Years ago. You won't be half American because, you know, your mum, if your mum and dad are British, that makes you British. But down their line, their mothers and fathers, and then the mothers and fathers, and the mothers and fathers, because if that wasn't a thing, then you won't be a thing. So if you go all the way back down into the, not even near the start, if you go like, let's just say 500 years ago, or even 400 years ago, possibly 300 years ago, you could have been, your family could have been, or your ancestors could have been from somewhere completely different. Completely different. Well, if you want, then how are you here? It depends. It depends if you believe in God and His creations and everything. That's your beliefs, or you can go down the other way with science, and we evolved from small microscopic bacteria, I guess if you want to call it, living organisms and stuff like that. We was all we've been said, yeah, well, that's how we originally evolved from, but a lot of people say, you know, like with the asteroids that were impacting Earth. I sound really nerdy right now. I don't know how I know this, but I just do. But years and years, like back in time, when the Earth was first formed, you had all the asteroids belting in into the Earth, making it, you know, the way it is. Now, a lot of them asteroids are said to have had containing water and stuff like that, which is how we have our oceans and stuff like that. And within them, there was said that within them there was bacteria, microscopic like organisms and stuff like that, and through millions of years or hundreds of thousands of years, it started evolving, and it went from like small, you know, like fishes, and you know, and then it went on from there, and then it went on from there. They evolved that much, then you could go up onto the land, you know, like little, I don't know, it could have been crabs, it could have been God knows what, and they just all like evolved from there. It just, you know, then it was like what, apes, monkeys, you know. Well, everybody is apparently. but it depends how far in like existence they are. If that makes sense. But yeah, that's how it all came about, apparently. So there's two sides to it, if you believe. Well, we're all related in some way, yeah. You are like 0.00, like you need to have a trillion zeros that you're related to me. Mm-hmm. Pretty much, yeah, but it goes really, really far back, doesn't it? Like, obviously it has to... Well, yeah, you could say that. You could say that, because, you know, it takes two to make one, so... And then they, you know, it just went on from there, that, you know... And then it just became, the world ended up becoming having billions of people on it, so... Yeah. But, something you never... One thing as well is also, when you're older, you could be marrying someone of your family that you actually don't realise is actually quite close to you, because depends how far down you are, but if you listen to this, let's say you get older, you start working, you know, at your job and stuff, and you see someone, and or this could be anywhere, but if you find someone who you really like, who you're into, and you get on really well, and you decide to, you know, years on there, and then you get married and stuff like that, well, you could actually be related to that person, but not knowing it. Yeah, they might not have the same second name, but the way it comes out is, if you go back years, your family could have had a fallout. They could have had a fallout. So one family splits one side, the other family splits the other side. Now they have kids on both sides, then they have kids on both sides, and then they have kids on both sides, and they have no idea that earlier on in their time for their ancestors, they don't realise that their family actually fell out. They just think that their family's their family there, and their family, you know, their family's their family there. They've completely split in different directions, right? It's like when you go down the road, do you turn left or do you turn right? You know, you're like with your buddy or whatever. Right, I'm going to turn left, you're going to turn right. We're both split apart. Now where I am, I find someone, I have kids, blah 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 blah. We're related, by the way. Like, I'm not actually, it's not my friend, it's one of my family members, let's say. I turn left, they turn right. They have kids. It just goes on and on and on from there. And then that last kid from who's had who and who's evolved from who or whatever, they could end up becoming together when they're actually related. Someone in your family, yeah. It's a rare chance, but it can happen because you don't know what's gone on years ago with your family. I mean, unless you do. Unless you know every single little bit, which I don't think... Well, again, if you believe in the science way, again, it was you all evolve. You all evolve. Again, from like microscopic like bacteria or whatever, and then it ends up becoming like further and further thousands of years into apes and stuff like that. I mean, they just know how to do it. They breed. It's it's a natural instinct. It's like little bacterias. I mean, on you right now, you got all bacterias on you, and they're breeding. You've got more in your mouth than you have like probably anywhere else on your body, to be honest. I won't call them bugs because they're not bugs. But yeah, but they're really teach you. But yeah, you've got thousands and thousands in your mouth. If you get a UV, If you really go far into... Yeah, you will. You'll see loads of them. You'll see absolutely loads of them. If you lick a sample plate, like if you're doing a science thing, and you put it under a decent... Yeah, if you just go and lick it, listen, with your saliva and that, if you lick it and you put it under a microscope and you zoom right in, you will see thousands and thousands on there. Well, it's an experiment, isn't it? If you lick a plate like a glass plate, one of them testing things that you do in science, like a saliva, no, it's like a saliva sample. You get a sample, you get like a glass sample, you lick it, then you put another glass piece on top of it, put it under your microscope, zoom right in, you can see it all. You got, yeah, no, you do have. You've got millions in there now. And some, I think, from what I learned, like in biology and stuff like that, some are different to others. So some of them will separate themselves. They don't have to have, you know, like, what do you want to call it, intercourse, or I don't know a scientific word for it, but they don't have to have like intercourse or whatever. They'll split themselves. And some of them do. Some of them find a mate and then do the dirty, and then another one comes out, and then another one comes out, and then another one comes out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but then that's how it's. Hold on, I'm texting 1 minute. But yeah. Yeah, it depends which ones, because there's different types of bacterias. If it's living, yeah. But they can also split themselves as well. It depends which one it is. Yeah. But yeah, that's the way it is. And actually, when I say about you marrying or getting with your ancestors, that maths teacher was the guy that told me that, and really made me think that, to be honest. Think of oh no, but he's a brainy guy, so yeah, he'll tell you that. He's really down to earth. He's really down to earth. I don't think when you say nerd, I mean, yeah, he is like a nerd, but it's not in the way that you'd say it in a bad way, as, because he's really funny. He's down to earth, and he just knows his shit. He's just, yeah. But you'd imagine a guy like some goofy looking guy that, you know what I mean. But he wasn't like that. He was a really funny guy, but he knew his shit. He just knew a lot of stuff. More maths than anything, but you know, yeah, I'm here. Yes, Beth. Well, it's legal. It's legal. Yeah. It would sound a bit weird though that, oh, you're 20 years old when you're born. Do you get what I mean? But no, it's up to them. That's all right. If someone's 20 and somebody's 40 and they both go out, there's nothing wrong with that. That's legal. That's not legal, no. I mean, the legal age required to have like intercourse and that is 16. Well, the age of consent. Hey? Yeah. Well, there you go, it's a problem, eh? It's a problem. It's a problem. That's why you've got to be careful yourself with who you're socialising with. I understand people's situations, but you've got to, you know, you've got to at least go a bit wild with that person, and you know, tell them to like, you know, piss off, because otherwise he's just gonna think it's alright. A lot of the times, people don't even realise that the other person doesn't want to do it. I mean, it's still legal because they didn't give consent, but some people, they're like, oh really, you don't want it? You know what I mean? Now, I don't know where the fuck this place is. I'm here. People who are young that have kids, they, I think the what? There's some at the back of my throat, that's why. I'm not gonna cough, is it? No. Where's Mainsbury Road? I don't even know where it is. Got on my fucking nerves.
Watson's favourite tea cakes.
I don't know. £30 for a phone charger? What fucking phone are you using? Samsung what? Oh? Is it a new one? No, it's one my dad has. Yeah, it's only a USB Type C charger. It's only like 125, 150. Get yourself down to the bargain shop and you get it for like 150 and that's it. Get it from Bargain Buys. I'm being serious. I wouldn't spend fucking £30 on a phone charger. What will? No, the new chargers are better anyway. Compared to the older chargers that like where you control your PS4 controller, they are made shit. Even if you buy like £150 like worth of a charger for like your control, like your PS4 controller, because they're the old, like the thing that the thing that you charge your controller with the PS4, they're just dodgy anyway because they've got spikes on them. So even if you got like a really dear expensive one of them for your PS4 controllers, that'll break a lot quicker than it will with a USB Type C. Like even if that one's like £1 or £1.50 or whatever, because there's no spikes on it. Yeah. Alright. Where's Mainsbury Road, man?
Whitechapel never changes. Dirt and beggars everywhere.
I couldn't pay my rent last week.
Pumpkin, cabbage, cheap.
Commercial Street.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor early in the morning?
Pumpkin! Cabbage! Cheap!
I couldn't pay my rent last week.
Whitechapel never changes. Dirt and beggars everywhere.
North Street.
Well, I've been fucking everywhere and I still can't find that street.
Please, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Don't really like this. I'm not vibing with it.